You won't believe what the hip-hop community recently released. Rap royalty is already being rocked by this full-fledged courtroom bombshell. What occurs when a renowned rapper chooses to reveal his longtime adversary's private information? In a court filing? Yes, Cameron, you heard correctly. Simply the ultimate shade was thrown. And we're discussing revealing Jim Jones's family in a court document that is so shocking that it has everyone talking, from Hollywood to Harlem. Is this simply another day in the brutal world of rap drama, or is this the largest betrayal the game has witnessed in years? What did the filthy laundry do? Cameron, how far will this go? Feud? It's more exciting than a reality TV reunion, and it will leave you feeling shaken by its unexpected turns. We're going to fall apart, so stay put. All the receipts, all the embarrassing details, and the aftermath that may destroy careers. You do not want to miss this, I assure you. Get some popcorn, because the truth is going to become blaring, sloppy, and blatantly barbaric. Are you ready? Let's get started. Okay, now that you're occupying your seat itself, let's examine the specifics of what Cameron is putting out in this stunning court document. This isn't just a trivial family quarrel or a rehashed rap feud for clicks. No, a legal expose with accusations so outrageous that they nearly scream for a Netflix series in the center of the storm is not permitted. Jim Jones, a rapper from Harlem, became tycoon and his whole family. A close-knit family business that is reportedly based on more than simply music and profitability is depicted in Cameron's declaration: dishonesty, corruption, and fraud. Do you recall the days of the Dipset, the legendary group that restored Harlem's reputation in hip-hop? Jim Jones, well known for his resilience and streetwise hustle, helped him establish a reputation for loyalty and success. However, Cameron's lawsuit asserts that the appearance is a meticulously crafted facade behind the scenes, hiding a more sinister reality. What precisely is the dirt? Cameron claims that Jim Jones's family has been planning a number of phony business endeavors, businesses that simply exist on paper but use intricate money-making techniques to transfer millions of dollars. One of the purported companies is a real estate investment firm. It appears genuine at first glance. Prime Harlem addresses, high-rise structures, and a constant flow of investors. However, going further, which Cameron claims to have done so with the assistance of insiders, and he discloses fictitious transactions, exaggerated real estate prices, and dubious wire transfers that raise doubts about the source of the funds. According to Jim Jones, Cameron was supposedly given leaked bank statements by insiders that revealed mysterious inputs totaling millions of dollars, frequently followed by swift withdrawals to offshore accounts in the Caribbean and Europe. And that's only the very beginning. A number of family members are also charged in the petition with conspiring to carry out these schemes. The message is apparent, even though some are mentioned anonymously and others are named directly. This is not a solo endeavor. This intricate house of cards is said to be maintained by the entire family. However, it goes beyond shady financial transactions. Cameron also claims to have manipulated emotions. The records claim that threats were used to coerce certain family members into remaining silent of public disgrace or disinheritance. When everything started to fall apart, others were allegedly set up as scapegoats. Consider it. When loyalty is used as a cover for criminal activity, you're dealing with a poisonous atmosphere that extends far beyond rap drama. According to Cameron's statement, family members have heated arguments during covert meetings in private houses about how to deal with the aftermath. Some call for complete collaboration with the police, while others insist on maintaining silent at all costs. When you include stories about extravagant spending, the story becomes even more jumbled. Expensive vehicles, private aircraft, and lavish parties funded by the same funds that may be connected to these illegal operations. According to one unnamed insider, there was champagne flowing at the gathering. Fans recall Jim Jones's public appearance as the self-assured, larger-than-life man tossing $100 bills in the air, and the atmosphere was one of nothing mattering because everything was based on lies. Cameron's filing raises key questions about music videos and living the high life, including how sustainable that lifestyle is if it is supported by criminal activity and, more importantly, how long the family can maintain this facade under heightened legal scrutiny. Naturally, legal professionals who have examined portions of the petition that are not publicly available state that the claims may lead to several inquiries, ranging from tax, from racketeering to fraud. They point out that the entire family may be charged with major offenses that may completely destroy their empire if investigators uncover even a small portion of what Cameron says. Naturally, Cameron did not suddenly reveal this information. For years, there have been rumors and speculations regarding Jim Jones's family's financial situation. Industry insiders have long speculated that a network of covert, occasionally non-kosher transactions exists beneath the ostentatious appearance. However, until recently, no one had the courage or the necessary documentation to go public. And guess what? This court case was filed just weeks before Jim Jones's eagerly awaited record was released, sending shockwaves across the music industry. Was it a sincere plea for justice and truth that sparked the debate, or was it a calculated attempt by Cameron to take center stage? Jim Jones and his group have responded by redoubled their denial, calling the filing a witch hunt without merit, and accusing Cameron of attempting to revive an old rivalry in order to remain relevant. Here's the worst part though. Since court records don't lie, media outlets, fans, and legal experts are already analyzing these documents. The battlefield is social media. As fans take sides, hashtags like Entra-Cameron Court Battle and Trageme Jones Exposed are trending. Alongside serious topics, there are memes ridiculing opulent Dipset lifestyles. Considering the possible repercussions, some fans don't think their idol could have committed any crimes, while others think it's time for the truth to be revealed. Not only fans, but also other artists are voicing their opinions. As this legal drama plays out, the once close-knit Harlem rap community is now split, with loyalties changing. According to several individuals who say they are stunned but not surprised by the accusations, the courthouse is suddenly the center of attention. What comes next has the potential to completely reshape not only Jim Jones's legacy but also the nearly two-decade-old Dipset brand. Is this family going to weather the storm? Or will Cameron's charges cause the empire to fall apart? The next section will explore the juicy facts from public disclosures, anonymous insider disclosures, and leaked reports. The wild stories that didn't make headlines will be revealed by the explosive response to this crisis. Behind the scenes, there are power struggles, hush money, and secret meetings. You won't want to miss it, I promise. Getting up exactly where we left off. This case is more than your typical courtroom drama. Cameron's file reads like a suspenseful novel full of secrets and shocking revelations. Audio and bank records that appear to have been taken from a Hollywood criminal movie. Let's examine the juicy aspects that are causing everyone to discuss secretly and popular in social media. Let's start by discussing the money because, of all, that's where the true skeletons are hidden. As stated by the Jim Jones family, purportedly runs a complex network of offshore corporations that pose as legitimate enterprises, according to classified documents that were provided directly to sources close to Cameron. These organizations, the funnel for filing claims money through a confusing web of accounts that are intended to conceal the real sources of cash flows. An insider who requested anonymity but says they were employed in the family's investigators were informed by the financial management team that on some evenings, wire transfers would arrive from odd sources, including fictitious LLCs that were set up to launder money. We're talking private yachts, exotic vacations, and luxury cars purchased without any clear financial plan, the source continued, describing extravagant spending sprees that contrasted with Jim Jones's publicly disclosed income. Commercial rationale. In the meantime, family members who were allegedly part of the plot were paid large sums of money, which strengthened a culture of greed and secrecy. The picture painted by leaked bank data is much more damning. According to one file, $3 million was transferred from a Caribbean account to a real estate holding business with headquarters in New York, a transaction for which there is no good reason. One more document. Rebels took out more than $500 in cash over the course of several months, but none in a single month. All reported unusual activities, which oddly enough was not looked into at the time. Furthermore, it doesn't end there. To further complicate matters, the complaint also claims that a number of family members opened many credit lines and shell accounts under false pretenses. Cameron's legal team claims that this is a conscious effort to conceal assets and avoid paying taxes. Here's the real kicker though. A number of audio recordings are cited in the court petition, acquired by unnamed informants that purport to record intimate discussions between Jim Jones and his closest family members. Voices discussing off-books can be heard in these recordings, agreements, hush money, and strategies to keep everyone silent. Although the money continued to come, one clip that was purportedly leaked to the public but was never formally confirmed shows a family. The icy tone creates the impression of a member saying, if anyone tries to speak up, they lose everything. This isn't just business, it's survival. Family that is controlled by intimidation and terror. Naturally, the Jim Jones camp has rejected these assertions as untrue and inaccurate. Insiders close to the rap industry have revealed that giving one seasoned producer cues, according to a source. For years, I've heard tales of certain dubious activities going on behind the scenes, but until recently, no one had the evidence. I'm not surprised family money gets messy everywhere, a former Dipset associate who asked to remain anonymous reportedly told us, but this sounds like a whole other level. It's incredibly depressing, and the hip-hop community isn't the only one responding. Community activists and local Harlem leaders have begun to voice their concerns about how these claims might impact the reputation of the neighborhood. Harlem has a rich history, and we don't need a controversy like this to overshadow all that the community has accomplished, according to one community organizer. In the background, the document has sent jarring effects on the family's commercial partners. According to reports, a number of businesses associated with the Jones family have started to distance themselves, discreetly withdrawing sponsorships and alliances in order to stay out of the debate. According to sources, business partners, private discussions have focused on damage management and how to handle a PR disaster. It might get out of hand. If the feds get involved, they are attempting to determine which contracts to cancel and who is at fault. Speaking of the feds' rumors, one source disclosed despite the lack of formal declarations, rumors of a federal inquiry have been intensifying. According to a government official with knowledge of the matter, many agencies, the FBI and IRS, among others, have shown interest in the matter. According to the source, financial anomalies identified in filings align with the trends we search for in cases of tax evasion and money laundering, but issued a warning that probes returning to the streets are still in their early phases. This has been transformed into a full-fledged cultural controversy by Cameron and Jim Jones fans. There are a lot of angry discussions and accusations in forums and comment sections. Others accused Cameron of treachery and compared Jim Jones's family to a mafia-style organization. Rappers who aren't directly involved have also voiced their opinions on social media. Some subtly disparaging, others publicly endorsing Cameron's pursuit of the truth and responsibility. It was neatly summed up in one tweet that went viral. You can tell it's more than hip-hop superstars when they begin to reveal family drama like a reality show. Among all the mayhem, there is music. There is little doubt that this controversy involves more than just rap. It serves as a warning about how wealth, influence, and familial relationships can combine to form a hazardous entity. As the story progresses, it's unclear how far down the rabbit hole will travel. Will there be new players? Will the family be able to extinguish the fire before it spreads, or will more leaks surface? The mall had only just begun. The last section will disintegrate the consequences, upcoming court cases, possible resignations, government investigations, and public outcry that could make or break the Jones family's legacy. What you don't want to miss what follows. As we left off, the fallout from Cameron's shocking court petition is completely changing the Harlem hip-hop scene, extending beyond the formerly close-knit Dipset family. Is now broken, the corporate empire is rocked, and the public is intently seeing the drama that is playing out on all fronts in music. Let's start by discussing the law. It sparked a barrage of reactions, with Jim Jones's legal team launching vehement motions to dismiss, claiming the allegations were merely strategic, false, and defamatory. However, the pressure is increasing. Subpoenas for financial information have already been approved by a number of judges, and the courtroom is preparing for a full-fledged discovery procedure that may involve several family members, putting associates and members in the spotlight. According to legal experts following this issue, it appears to be one of the worst financial scandals involving celebrities in recent memory if Cameron's evidence, including the leaked documents, audio recordings, and bank records, is obtained by the prosecutors. Devastating consequences could result, including heavy fines and criminal fees. According to insiders, the Jones family's internal strife is getting worse. According to some insiders, some important family members are fearing that their personal involvement may be revealed. They discreetly distanced themselves from Jim Jones. There is significant friction, according to one insider. Individuals are picking sides, and some are getting ready to assist investigators in order to preserve their lives. This has sparked rumors of possible defections and closed agreements with prosecutors, an action that might change the course of the entire inquiry. Imagine once loyal family members becoming judicial witnesses. Drama appropriate for a Netflix show. The consequences for the public have been as dramatic. There is division within the hip-hop community. A few admirers, others praise Cameron for exposing corruption and speaking out against injustice, while others claim that this incident tarnishes the heritage of Dipset and Harlem's rich rap tradition. The discussion has rekindled in the midst of the pandemonium, discussions about power, loyalty, and the repercussions of combining family and business. Jim Jones's brand alliances are suffering greatly. According to advertising sources, major sponsors have started removing their endorsements and advertisements due to worries over brand safety. According to agencies, in the current social media environment, companies wish to avoid being linked to legal disputes. This financial burden puts additional strain on Jim Jones and his team, regardless of the artist's level of popularity, and could have an impact on future business endeavors, tours, and music releases. The real problems start on a more personal level when the money dries up, said one source. Jim Jones is under a lot of stress, according to those close to him. This is not just about business. It's a personal nightmare, one confidant stated. It hurts and weighs heavily on him when family strife spills into the public eye, yet Jim Jones has been spotted going to meetings with leading PR experts and legal counsel in an attempt to topple a resurgence and reconstruction. Although there has been no official confirmation, Cameron has positioned himself in the middle of reports that a documentary will be made about the controversy. His camp has been quiet in public but active behind the scenes, positioning himself as the whistleblower who dared to expose a family empire based on dubious premises, meeting with investigators and getting ready for a potentially drawn-out legal battle. Some believe that Cameron's timing wasn't coincidental and that he may be using this filing not only for justice, but also for a power struggle within the rap hierarchy of Harlem. This action has made it very evident that no family secrets are secure and no empire is untouchable beyond the courtroom. Harlem residents and community leaders are preparing for the long-term consequences. According to one community organizer, this scenario has placed Harlem under scrutiny. The community cannot afford to be split by this, therefore we hope it brings about both accountability and healing. Meanwhile, local NGOs and youth initiatives are allegedly concerned about finances as sponsors reevaluate their participation. The case's media circus has even raised controversy around one of Harlem's most well-known people. Discussions of loyalty, privacy, and the thin line separating sensationalism from the public interest. Critics contend that artists' private lives should stay private, while others think that when public personalities have a lot of power, they need to be transparent. The music industry is keeping a close eye on this story as it unfolds. Will additional musicians come forward with their own tales? Will this case lead to greater investigation of hip-hop's financial practices, or will it fade into the background? As the headlines fade, the Jones family drama has undoubtedly altered the rules. What began as a rap feud has evolved into a cultural and legal phenomena that is compelling everyone to reevaluate the true meaning of loyalty and heritage in the hip-hop industry. What comes next? The court proceedings are set to begin in the coming days, months, and others claim they may continue for years. In the meantime, anticipate more drama, leaks, and perhaps even more people joining the battle. If you thought this was simply another feud, you should reconsider. This is a tale of survival, treachery, and power as seen through the eyes of one of the most recognizable families in Harlem. When justice, truth, and legacy meet, watch for the final decision. Okay, family, after hearing all the crazy details, the secret: the rap scene in Harlem is being shaken by transactions, familial betrayals, and court battles. Do you believe that Cameron, the ultimate truth teller, is exposing a corrupt empire or simply stirring up the could this controversy alter Dip's overall strategy, or is it just another phase in their protracted and ugly feud? The pot to defeat Jim Jones? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Who is at fault in this situation? How far do you think this legal battle will go? Is there any chance that the Jones family may recover from this, or is this the start of the end? Are you prepared for more unique content? Stunning exposures? Be sure to press subscribe, hit the like button, and to ensure you don't miss any, ring the bell. Update: you can rely on me to tell stories. You want to be the first to do something explosive. Know when the next shocking revelation will occur. Keep your eyes open until then. You're having keen ears and recalling the world of hip-hop. Everybody,